It's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Hi everybody, welcome to episode 13 of Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Woo!
13,
13.
12.
Unlucky. It's
13.
13. And is it going to be unlucky today? I don't think it's going to be.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? So how you been?
Miki, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right, actually. Busy week.
Yeah.
Shitloads on, but hey ho. How about you? How's things with you?
I'm good. Back at the gym, smashing it. Feeling better now. Back has got better, yeah.
How was the first session?
It wasn't too strenuous, to be fair.
Yeah?
So, yeah. Take it slowly.
Take it slow, like a hoe.
Where are you going? You're just walking around your house?
Just walking around today. It's our podcast. We mix it up.
Anyway, we've got a very special guest today, Niall.
We have indeed. Do you want to
We have
introduce him?
indeed. I will. This man, I've worked with him before. He's a YouTuber, social media influencer, and is an awesome lad. So let's bring him on. We have Rikke Brewer.
Hello,
Hey!
what's good, boys? Oi.
Hi, Ricky. How's it going?
How you doing? Yeah, I'm good. I'm great, guys. Looking well. You're looking well.
Thank you.
So thanks for having me on, boys. Appreciate it.
That's
No
not
worries.
a problem, man. Not a problem.
Wow.
So, how was lockdown affected you, Ricky?
Oh, it's changed my entire life. Like, let's
Yeah?
be real about it. It's absolutely changed. Yeah, it's given me time to sit with myself, think about my life and where I want to go in the future. Do you know what I mean? It's given me that time to basically just work on myself, think about the things I'm doing in the now, basically forget about my present and my future, and it's kind of like just put me straight in the moment. So you get more stuff done, and you start figuring out things quicker. It's just helped me out all in all. What about you, boys?
Yeah, I think for me, I've still been working, so nothing's really changed apart from like you can't go out and do stuff and can't meet your friends at certain times. It's a real pain in the ass. But yeah, I think if I had to stay at home and not be at work every day, I'd have gone insane, I think.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Fair
enough.
Working from home for the past 18 months has been fucking shit, man. It has been a proper long old slug. What's in the pipeline? What's coming up?
Me right now, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I've basically just like putting out my real self and my actual lifestyle instead of trying to put on this act. I'm trying to put out the real me, and I found it difficult through this like YouTube stuff, because it's quite, how can I say, it's quite the pressure to be going against all these other YouTubers and stuff. It's almost like you got to put an act on the camera, and over time I've just realized you've just got to be yourself in front of the camera instead of like putting on this like act. You can just be yourself, film your life, and just enjoy it. So basically, the future for me is just going to be a lot of YouTube, deep talks, loads of events in my life I'll be recording, and just smash it and see where life takes me, really, at the moment.
So have you wiped the slate clean with YouTube then? Have you just sort of gone for a fresh start? And just
I've gone with a fresh start, because like I realized how much of an influence you can be on the internet. And I had to, during this COVID thing, mate, you've got little kids watching, you've got under 14, 16s, you've got really young people watching. And I didn't really clock this because I was young myself, I was actually quite a young person doing all this stuff when I started off. And I just realized, I've got a really big influence here, and I want to lead my people into a confident space, not a destructive, kind of dangerous area like I used to be. I realized the things I was doing was, don't get me wrong, they were sick. I loved the stunts and stuff. They were wicked. I absolutely loved it. But I realized that it was actually harming myself, in some ways, if you want to get really deep. And
definitely
I realized
the challenges, like some of your overnight challenges were killer. Like, this guy's got some stones.
No, but I enjoyed it, but I'm speaking about like my stunts and stuff, and like all the crazy stuff that I would do, And I was just like, I had to like cut it off, because I realized there's more to life than just putting yourself in constant danger and stuff. As much as it is entertaining for people to watch, but I'm more of this now self-development kind of guru type guy, and I've walked into this light where it's just like, it's just blissful, you're just confident. You can do whatever you want and go wherever you want and be who you are. And a lot of people struggle in today's world. Society just condemns that, you know? They want you to be a certain person. So you're working up to be this certain person that isn't actually you, but society is telling you to be this person. When it's not you, it's just like a fantasized robot that the people want you to be. You know what I mean?
The box, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
Full of false persona and just fit into a box.
Exactly, my brother. Love Island does that for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Love Island.
That's it.
Ricky, would you ever go on Love Island if they asked you?
Yes, I would go on it to take the absolute fucking piss. I would take the piss. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Do you think those sort of shows are damaging the mental health of just normal people that then end up on these shows and they get overnight fame and then obviously they can't handle it, can they?
Well, not to be rude, but like the host, the woman, she killed herself.
Yeah, Caroline Flack.
Yeah, she couldn't hack the show and the way it was messing with her. I read some articles about it. I don't know if they're true or not, but yeah. It was about the show, something about the show. I don't know, but yeah, they are definitely damaging the young kids. Yeah, it's a platform.
It's just a platform for these people. They're not. No one's serious about it, but it's a platform. They're playing a game, and I think with anything, if you're willing to step into that game, you've got to be willing to take what comes out of it.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Warrior mindset.
Tenfold. You know,
you got to be a warrior, mate.
And the thing is with it as well is that kind of fame doesn't last. I mean, if you look at the contestants from last year, I can't name them. You know, none of them have stood out to me to say, oh God, you know, they're a big person now. So they haven't done fuck all with it. They're just kind of disappeared. And I suppose with that comes the drugs, the negativity, the hate. You know, and that's what it comes with, I suppose. It's that kind of world. If you want to step into it, you're in it, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's also the retrospective thing. It's like where the people that are watching are being, like I said, about influence, are being heavily influenced. And I remember being with, my ex and stuff, and I just see how, like, you know, her family and these people's families sit down, watch them, and talk about them like like it's real, like that's not been scripted or anything. Yeah, they literally talking about each individual character, like, oh, I would do this if he was, you know what I mean? Acting like that they're the characters. It's like you're being fucking, I don't know. There's an illusion. You're just being deluded, like thinking that this is real and this is how love is. No, it's not.
Yeah, being manipulated.
Manipulated. That's it. Yeah, definitely, mate.
Yeah,
it's all a mind game and stuff, bro. I don't know who's behind the whole thing, but it's
clever.
Definitely not a good influence.
They're very clever because they've made a market out of this, and they've, like you said, the influence that it has, especially on young girls, thinking this is how they've got to dress, how they've got to be. You know, this is how men are going to treat them. You know, it gives the good guys a fuck all chance. That's what I think.
mate, it's why all the girls, if you ask them, go on the street, bro, do it like 20 times a day, bro, you'll get the same answer most likely. Men are trash. That's all you get. I'm telling you, bro. We're being attacked right now as a group. Let's say it's always men versus women. There's no connectivity. There's nothing going on. There's no relationships lasting. It's just all because of these social media things, man, and the things we're being programmed on our phones. We have them by our side. We wake up, we look at them. It's everyday shit. You watch the same shit, it's gonna imprint on your mind. You're gonna start subconsciously thinking what you're watching.
I have seen a lot of men bashing lately on social media, and it's a bit scary. Some of the things that are being said, and it's like if we were saying that about women, wow, we're being shit, man. Yeah, exactly. We'll be strong.
I'm telling you, like I had this girl. I was at this party, yeah, and because she's a girl, just picture this. Because she's a girl, she's gone round. She's gone and groped me. I'm not even joking. Mum's life. I'm at a party just trying to enjoy myself. I've gone. Yeah. She's gotten a bit drunk, and I've watched her, so she's watching me. And she's gone round. She got close, and then she's gone and groped me, like right up there. And then I'm just like, oh, bro, get away from me kind of type shit. And then she's done it to another guy in the same place.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, imagine if I went up to a woman and just fucking groped her. How fucked am I, like, if I do that? Like, honestly. She just got dismissed. She just got dismissed and just like, come on, girls, let's go, blah, blah, blah. But if I would have done that, that's a court case, big time.
Yeah, you're being handcuffed.
That's a fat court. Yeah, big time.
Fucking old Bill would turn up, they'd arrest you, throw you in the car. You'd be fucked. And then you'd be
Yeah,
branded
exactly.
a pervert or, you know, like a rapist or whatever.
Nonce for some
Yeah,
reason. They love to say nonce. I don't know why.
yeah, it's a favourite word. And it's how life is, how men are perceived in life at the moment, especially this year alone.
So peak, man. If you actually try and
It's
be a man, you're going to get slated by it. That's why I respect any
exactly,
man being a man in today's society. Actually being
yeah.
a man, I respect him
I did.
because you will have a lot of balls.
I have seen a lot of your Facebook messages, statuses lately, and I thought you put something on about women are stopping men being dads or something, which I
Yeah,
thought was quite interesting.
what I've figured out is the government like single mothers, okay?
Yeah,
So they will give single mothers the money, the housing, the treatment a lot easier and nicer for the single mother. But if the dad is on his own, he's going to be looked at less. He's going to be helped less in today's society. They want single mothers bringing up young adults, young men, because what
yeah,
that is, what I think anyway, is the single mother gives off such a feminine touch, right? If it's constant
yeah,
femininity your whole life as a young kid, I've struggled with this. All you're going to really know is how to use the feminine side of your energy instead of your
yeah,
masculine. So your feminine's going to be overdoing your masculine, and that has messed relationships up for me. That has made me look weak in front of my people on multiple occasions. Like being brought up with a single mother has given me too much feminine energy, and I haven't been taught how to use my masculine. And because of this internet and this today's society, we can just go on the internet and flip it up. That has taught me how to use my masculine energy. Without that, I wouldn't have been able to, pull through and get these things and attract these things and, stand there as a man with my masculine energy. So the
yeah,
woman can see that, oh, this is a man comfortable in his own skin. You get me? And in today's society, I think just a lot of people with single mothers, like I say, relationships aren't working these days. And mother just bringing up the men these days. That's it. And they're being taught nothing about masculine. They don't really have, many of them don't have father figures. And their fathers are, their fathers are being brought up by women. Like that's
yeah,
just my personal thing. Like my dad, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, is a straight pussy. Let's be real. My guy's being nurtured by another woman. Don't even have his own household and shit, man. Like doesn't even sort himself out. Doesn't even have his own business. The guy's just on games, and the woman does everything.
So he's
I've
a
had
kept
no
man.
wrong. Yeah, he's just a kept man. It's just like barely looks after himself. It's peak. It's
So
been
not
peak for me.
Niall,
Definitely.
you were brought up by your mum, weren't you? Do you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about what
Well,
Ricky
yeah,
said?
exactly like Ricky just said. Like men this day and age, like my mum brought me up as in, you're going to learn to iron, you're going to learn to cook, you're going to learn to do this,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's why this day and age a lot more men do things like cooking or cleaning. Like how I know so many men that are like keep their house spotless because that's what they were brought up to do by women. Whereas, most lads these days, they don't know how to use a drill or they don't know how to hang a shelf or because they didn't
yeah,
have that
yeah,
male influence
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
in the background saying, look, this is how you do, this is how you be a man. I reckon it's the same down to like grooming and shit like that. How many men are more feminine these days than women are? Going out getting like their eyebrows plucked and all that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
trust. You can say me, mate. I've definitely got a bit of feminine in that. Definitely, I can't even
yeah,
lie.
we all do. And
Yeah,
like you said, it all folds back to what we were taught. But at the same time, like my mum was powerful. She was, she worked 2 jobs. She brought 4 of us up on her own, and she stood for no shit. So we never had that sort of divide. She played mum and dad. So
yeah, exactly. And the same with me. But what messes you up is it doesn't give you a space to now kind of step into her place. Like with the feminine, she wants to be it, and she will not allow you to be it. Does that make sense? She will do all of it, and she won't give you the space to grow and develop
yeah,
your masculine and feminine, because you need both, by the way, to develop your own space and then to move on it independently and go and get that shit out in the world by yourself. It's more of like a cocoon, don't leave my house and stay with me and I'll do everything kind of type beat. So you don't actually get the space to grow as a man and just go and get and be the be the guy that goes for it. You know what I mean? That be the man, because the man goes out and gets stuff, and the woman, in my eyes, stays and nurtures and loving emotionally the area that you come back to. You know, that's how I believe.
That's the perspective, though, isn't it? Some people can't see that as a trap. Some people see it as a luxury, you know, and they think, you know, some lads are approaching like 30, 35, still living at home, not having that touch of I need to get out and build my own empire. They're happy, like you said, being nurtured.
Exactly, and it's, mate, I'm telling you, it's just the most disgusting trap. It's the most disgusting trap because it's so comfortable. Oh, it's just so comfortable. You just don't want to get out of it, but you know you've got to. And then when you start to do it, it can be a bit of like a stuck in the mud situation because you've gone a bit too far. You realise a bit too late. But you can get out of it no matter what age you are. You've just got to get on with your stuff and create your own for your own, you know? Big time.
Ricky, how, you know, when you say about you have to grow and learn your masculinity, how do you feel you can do that if, like you say, you've been brought up by women, you haven't necessarily had that male presence there? Do you think you can add that as you grow older in adult life by meeting, like hanging around with men, say, and different types of men? Do you think that would work?
Yeah, that's
come from inside. What do you reckon?
Well, it's you, depending on your experience of your life. It's all about experience, but like you have to be. You can, like, I've gone through, let's say 20 years of this like cycle without knowing anything, and only in these recent 2 years. So yeah, meeting people randomly, they can help you, but if you're not aware of it, you will not know what's going on in the situation. So you won't pick up on this guy's masculine energy. If he's like strong in his skin, like you won't see what he's doing that picks the woman's attention or makes him look like, you know, makes him look strong in the group. You won't see the what's actually going on inside of the situation unless you are aware beforehand. And that's why I've gone through my life for 20 years not knowing any of this stuff. I've seen a lot of it, don't get me wrong. But because you're not aware, which the internet has obviously allowed me to be aware. The internet, I attracted these videos. I started watching them, and it showed me all the psychological effects of being this way and bringing your masculine out. It showed me how people react, how females react to masculine energy, how weak masculine reacts to actual masculine energy. It's crazy. So yeah, you can, you know, find it in other people, but you just need to be aware of it. Awareness is like really important in this life. Yeah.
I think that's really important. Obviously, like I said, nowadays, men aren't allowed to be men anymore. They have to be what society tells them, basically, from every social media, everything on the news. If ever a man does something, it's always in a negative way, which I don't think is healthy. It's healthy. It's teaching young boys, young men that
to step down.
They can't be this certain way. Like in the old days, it used to be like cavemen. They went out and hunt. They would get the food. The woman would cook the food. Now, obviously, that's different in society now, and it's not necessarily.
But the same rules apply, though, mate. The same rules apply. Like the same mentality of it. It's not the act we're talking about. Like we're not talking about caveman and bats. Like you're talking about the. Yeah. No, I get you. You're talking about real stuff, but you're talking about the act, the mentality behind it.
Yeah.
Not the actual battle for the girl, but like we're talking about the mentality. But I know what you mean. I'm not slating it. I'm just saying, like, it's a perfect example. But what people do is they go, "We're not in caveman days and blah 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 blah." I'm like, no, it's not about the caveman days. It's about the mentality and the nature of it. Nature has been this way for decades. It will not change. Just like a leaf on a tree, it's not going to be purple the next day, is it? It's staying green and it will fall off in fall. You know, nature. You can't change nature. But all of this, like fucking crazy, like. Change that they're trying to do.
Big wormhole, though, isn't it? Literally pulled out the wormhole. It is big. The thing is, like, I think what we don't realise is that we do live in different times, but not everybody adjusts well to it. You know, it's the same with women. You know, how many women out there now earn more than their partners? A lot of men probably can't handle that.
No,
it's one of those masculinity things.
Whether they can't admit it, they won't. They will feel shame.
No.
100%. I think every man, not I think most men will feel shame if they're knowing that their women are, earning and doing more than them. That's. I'm sorry, like.
But that is a straight masculine. That's a straight masculine trait, though, isn't it? I think if you feel that your partner earns more than you, but yet you're not doing anything about it to change that, and it's not about trying to beat them. It's just about, like you said, letting nature take its course. That's how things form. It's not about. It's never going to be about a race trying to beat somebody. It's just about, obviously, like you said, taking the right path and thinking, right, no, actually, a man needs to be a man. He needs to provide for his family, and if you're not doing that, in my eyes, like, then you've gone down a scale. Yeah. Yeah, you're just a bit of a weak man. Like, it's like dusty as it sounds. You're just weaker. You're just weak, and that is the truth. And whether you can accept that is the time you can move on. Do you know what I mean? And it's not a nice thing. Like, especially me, bro. Like, I've had to take a lot of hits understanding all of this. It's not been like I go to a history lesson, learn it all, go back with a chuff, and then get on with my development. No, I've had to tear up a little bit, hit the emotions right here, like realizing that mate, big one. Absolute slap in the face, mate, with a sledgehammer. I'm telling you, it's not nice, but like that's why like my Facebook posts, you get a lot of clash, you get a lot of tension in the areas, because what I'm saying isn't nice. I don't know whether all my stuff is true. Sometimes I could be on a weird day. It depends the energy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like some of my stuff, it's just basically it's true. Like, you can't change it. It's true. But these people, it affects them. So then they come out in a negative way and they split all of these messages and blah, blah, blah. They can't accept the fact that is true. And it's when you react to that, when you read something and you react to it, that means it's for you and you can learn something. If you can chuck your ego to a side, you will learn a lot in this life. Your ego stops you from learning a lot and accepting the truth.
Sometimes people don't like to hear a different side of what they believe, and that's why a lot of people that have been clashing on your Facebook posts, and it's like, wow, you need to open up and try and think from a different perspective and actually be open-minded about some things. You can't always have, this is the only way it's going to be and I can't ever change. You need to open and evolve and grow.
Yep, you need to change. You need to change.
I
can't stay the same guy the next 5 years. I've got to be a completely different guy. Just like how you say, like, the people can't change in the areas of our life, and they struggle with change. It's because they stopped in 2009 because they couldn't accept this change here, and then it's another one, and you can't deal with the times, and then people just end up ending themselves, and they can't deal with the reality of things because they don't understand what's going on. That's the thing. That's why people just end themselves. They don't understand what's going on, and it's all a confusion, and you're muzzled. But if you just take things slow and start accepting things for what they are, I'm sure you'll allow your whole mind, body, and soul to accept what's going on, and you realize who you are as a person. You're sitting comfortably then, aren't you? Obviously, it sounds a lot easier than it actually is, but
sorry, Niall, just to jump in. I also think, Ricky, you get a lot of shit on Facebook because you're so young, and they think, what the fuck does he know? I think firstly, you're young. How old are you?
I'm 22, like recently.
22. So firstly, you're 22. You're a man. What the funny things you used to do that people know you for, they think, oh, what the fuck does he know? But you are making valid points that are real, and people should actually take note. But I think that is why they are judging you.
Yeah, I get judged on a daily basis, man. I get all of this. I mean, I've had like, because I was in the parkour community for a while, wasn't I, for like 4 years?
Yes.
And I was hardcore, and I've had the biggest ones, the athletes, the stars, all of this to the lowest, and I've had them try and come at me, try and defend this feminism movement. They're trying to defend it. They're trying to. I understand, like, I see you just looking at the outer respect, but they definitely have not gone into it and actually understood what feminism's doing in today's society, and they're just trying to defend it. They're having a go. They're calling me names. Bearing in mind, I haven't said one name, nothing. They just go crazy and they just call you all these names and blah 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 blah. I'm like, whoa! You can have a conversation and try and learn something, or you can be the way you are.
It's a barrier, though, isn't it? It's definitely a barrier. And some people say that before, like you said, you've not said anything. You know, you don't have to say anything these days that you could be going against feminism for doing a particular act, or, you know, anything. You know, it's the same as, should a man hold a door open for a woman? You know, should
you'll lose all of that if you'll lose all of these perks if you fucking keep going on with this feminine bullshit. No lady on the bus with a bag of shopping. Do you know what I mean? We're physically and mentally, well, I don't know about mentally, but we're physically stronger as men. And that's why, like, the idea of a bus, an old lady coming onto a bus with a bag of shopping, we go in, we help, blah, blah, blah. On a bigger scale, not even just a little, on a bigger scale, they will lose all these perks. And then there will be bitter, angry, and lonely women. And every woman needs a man. I don't care what you say.
That's a bold statement, my friend.
Yeah. But that's, I say need. You don't like, you don't need it. You can be independent. And it's very important to have a woman that's independent. Don't get me wrong. But there is a time we are like, we were birthed to be with a partner, I believe. Like, otherwise, what's the point? In some sense, some people have different journeys. I get it, but like, all in all, it will be nice to have a partner that you can get along with.
Yeah,
that's it.
Do you go down the religious journey?
I don't. Religion is bullshit. Quite literally, there is a spiritual warfare going on, and you need to know how to fight.
Yeah,
religion is a distraction. Bullshit.
Yeah,
Bold statement again, but for real. I'm really confident. The only thing is because I've seen what is going on in my bed here. I've seen too much in the forest. I've seen just so many things, and I've been in the act. I've been in the event. I've researched the event that I've been in recently, and it's all brought me back down to the one thing, the same thing, in the spiritual warfare. Right now, as a person, right now, I'm being tormented by, I don't know what you want to call them, but like, they're bad spirits. They're not good. I'm being like tormented. And the thing is, I've opened my eyes as I'm sleeping, and I've seen them stand there trying to tie me down onto the bed. You can call this an delusion, but I'm aware inside of this like REM sleep, okay? And I'm dealing with all this stuff, and they're known to cause a lot of confusion. That, you know, you fog your mind, you can't think straight. All of these sort of bad happenings in your life. It's like curses. Generational curses. Have you ever heard of that? No. So basically, someone in your family 50, 60 years ago could have done something very bad that has cursed your entire family tree. And basically these demons, like these demonic forces, come in and they torment you because of this curse has been witched onto you. It sounds absolutely crazy, mate. Go back 2-3 years ago, I'd actually have no idea. Like, I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, shut up, basically. Like, oh, fuck. But because I've like experienced this stuff, I've even like spoke to, like, it's probably not good to speak to bad spirits, but like, I've spoke to them, I've like interacted with them, and as soon as I say like God's word, I don't know what it is every time. I don't know if it's true or not, but God's word, I've been told to say it because I've researched this stuff. And as soon as I said this, they literally fly away. They dip. They have no power on God's word. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting closer to the source that we come from. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
If you're talking about God to try and help you, surely that comes
the
down.
Universe.
Yeah. So it's not nothing to do with religion.
No, because I've seen the pastors, well, not these pastors, they're meant to divide you away from the actual truth. Because if you don't know how to fight and you've got a whole army coming against you with all of these like battle techniques and stuff, and all you've been doing is sitting on your knees and praying, how are you meant to fight back?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Spiritual warfare, yeah. There's all these like curses and stuff. You know, you can curse yourself every day by saying I am. That is the most powerful word today. It's saying I am.
Yeah.
If you say I am strong, I am powerful every day to yourself, you are going to eventually influence yourself to believe it and achieve it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how it works. The same with watching stuff every day on your phones and stuff. Like, you can influence yourself. You've got to be aware. It's all about awareness on your life.
Obviously, we've worked together before, Ricky, haven't we? Back in Epping Forest.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
I've actually got a clip. If I can just play that for you boys, and then it's
Yeah,
only
slip
like
it up.
20 seconds. So I'm just gonna play this.
Whoa! What? Fucking hell! He almost died! You almost died, bro! You almost fucking died!
Hello?
What the
Touch me.
fuck, man? He almost died!
Yeah, it was this one. It was like this. It was like.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah. It was. Look, it's there. Look.
Bro, that was so violent. I saw it all happen right below me.
That is probably one of the most violent things that's happened to you, isn't it?
And obviously, you never captured it on camera either.
I had it rolling.
never.
I've had it rolling and turned it.
It was above his head. It just came down like that. Well, it was like it was chucked in from over here.
Yeah,
The breaking point is kind of like it was chucking like.
Damn, man, that was a rare. Because I was like, you're looking at me, I'm looking at you, and it just all happens behind you. Start huge. You know how big that log was?
That was fucking massive.
Oh my gosh, bro! I'm telling you,
10 feet.
You'd have been hospitalised. I'm not even joking.
It's
Oh
weird
my
though, because
gosh.
you can hear the tree cracking, can't you? As it's being snapped from the actual tree and thrown.
That's
And-
crazy.
Yeah.
I've not seen that before.
No,
Yeah,
that's quite rare footage, mate. I don't think you understand. That's really rare. Whether that goes anywhere or not, that is very rare. But the thing is, like, I figured out. I don't know how many years ago was that?
It's got to be 3 years.
So it took me 3 years to figure out finally what this possibly could be, what this actually could be. I've not been a Bigfoot fan. I've not gone into the crazy like, oh, hairy monster in the woods. I've not been that guy. But oh Lord, man, the other, oh, jeez, these people, like, I don't know what you want to call them, but they have immense power. And what they did is, like, you know, like a proper like strong tree in the forest, and it goes off like into a Y shape. But bear in mind, these are still massive like trunks, and they're going off like this. Well, it had a big like twig coming out in the end, and it grabbed it. I kid you not, man, at night. It grabbed it, snapped it right off, and threw it away from the tree. We went back the next morning. Well, my friend did anyway. He went back, and basically this tree is healthy. It's fully like colored inside of the tree. So like there was no rot. There were perfect leaves on the outside. It was all good. And you could see the handprint, I kid you not, on the bit of the tree where he grabbed it and just ripped it off the tree. And then where it fell, it made a dent. But it wasn't on the dent. The tree was then moved further, like 2-3 inches further down the way. It didn't just fall off. It got literally grabbed, and you could hear everything inside the forest. So, like, yeah, we heard things beforehand walking around.
And that's near your house, isn't it?
20 minutes away.
Oh, yeah.
In near Guildford
quite local.
Ways.
Yeah, local to you then.
But prior to that, we were talking about these things, and they're known to be like 5D spirits and stuff, and they have orbs spinning around them, and they can. Every time I know they're around, you can hear like a high pitched noise. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind, I've watched a guy called Les Shroud for like a year or so, and he's been doing this for his whole life. And he's told me about the high pitched noises. He's in Canada, and he's shown me what they do in Canada. I've gone into my woods next to me, and everything he's shown me, that's like 3,000 miles away, is happening inside of the forest that I live near. You can see I'm telling you, they're not chainsawed off. They're not chainsawed off like a normal like wood. I know what woodlands people
ripped
do.
off.
They are snapped, ripped, twisted, and the size of these logs. Oh my! I do not want to ever come into touch with these people. Like, oh my Lord, they are strong.
Do you think that the high pitched sound is them trying to communicate with you?
Yeah, they're known for it. It's in ancient books, man. It's in a lot of ancient books and stuff. But it does make sense. Like, it's happening to me. I can't say no. I can't be like, ooh, like I don't know. Maybe like it's literally happening to me, and I can't say no. I can't deny the truth, mate. Because who knows what happens when you deny the truth? You all know what happens, eh?
It would just keep coming until you finally realise. You will fucking listen, and this is what's happening. And you're going to be affected one way or another.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah.
So where did everything change spiritually for you then? Obviously,
The start of
something must have, something must have clicked there in you. It just said, right, shit's got to change, because obviously your whole mentality has changed from when you was a younger person, that's fine. You're growing, you're young, you're going to get older. But
Yeah, of course.
obviously you've got years of grind in you to get where you want to be. Like, if you could look at 5 years from now, where do you think that you want to be?
Right now, 5 years. 5 years, I want to be financially free. I want to be able to move into any apartment, any like high building I please. Have the financial backing and be happy where I'm at. Actually appreciate the fact that I've grinded to this area in my life and I deserve it. Because I've seen a lot of people around me get to this place and they can buy all these things and do all that, and they hit this massive slope and they're just depressed, they're agitated, they're just bitter, but they've got all these things that I generally like, I would, die for. Do you know what I mean?
That thing is the grind never should stop. You should never stop grinding.
Especially in a flipping male, man.
Yeah, no
You've
matter
got to
how
keep
much
setting yourself goals.
Exactly. No matter how much you succeed, like you should always be 5 years away from your goal, because the moment you stop grinding, everything stands still, and it's like, well, what have I done all this for? The true definition of a man is the fact that a man just keeps going. You've got to keep working. You've got to keep grinding. Women have got to do it too. They've got to keep, if they want to achieve something, or anybody, if you want to achieve something, like you've got to keep pushing for it. But then you've got to find the next thing that you want to achieve. That's why I think when people at retirement age, they die within 5 years of retirement, because they stop. They stop working, they start relaxing, they start procrastinating and looking on all the bad shit of their life. And then you think, well, what have I got now?
Exactly. And that's why the word appreciation comes in very strong. It's learning to get these things, complete your goals, feel achieved, appreciate what you have, and move on to the next. You got to appreciate it, know you got it, move on, and keep going with the flow of things. And that's just it. Pick up, keep the pace. If you've got all the things that you wanted in that 5 year period, and your body's not up to date, there's another goal.
I always say, if you flip something on its head and said, right, okay, tomorrow, I want to buy a new car. I want to buy, I don't know, Mercedes, Range Rover, whatever. If you could go out and pick up the keys tomorrow, have the car, and then grind for the next 5 years to pay it off, would you still want it the same?
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't want it. You wouldn't want it the same. You'd think, shit, I'm going to grind now. Now I've got the car. I'm going to grind my ass to the bone to pay for it. Whereas that's what I say is the fact that sometimes, no matter how much you work for something, when you get there, it's not always going to be as cracked up to be.
It's disappointing.
So, yeah,
and sometimes it could just be for the other people. You could just get that car because you want it so bad that you'll pay it on lease just to impress some people. Do you know what I mean?
How many people do that? How many people, like even your age at 22, how many 22-year-olds out there have got nice cars that they literally spunk their entire wage on, but can't even afford to put petrol in it, but yet they're doing it to impress other people? And it's like, when you learn that life's not about the material that you can buy, it's about the memories, the journeys that you can take. Like,
it's about your happiness and your peace in your life. Do you know what I mean? It's just, you don't need to be, worried, upset, or in a rush to get to your goal. Do you know what I mean? You're allowed to be happy and peaceful and content whilst getting to that goal. Like, who says you can't be?
The journey's the best part, though. The journey's definitely the best.
No, it is. I love the journeys towards the things. Even when back in the day when me and the boys would go to these areas and hit up overnights and whatnot, it was always the journey that was the best part, bro. On the trains, like sneaking around, having giggles, laughs, taking the mic. It was just brilliant. All the travels towards the places are the best. It just tells you in itself, doesn't it?
What was your best challenge that you did? Best challenge, hands down.
Crikey, mate. My best challenge. I'm gonna say the Arriva building in Paris Central. Okay, this had nuclear reactor information on like nuclear reactor things like bombs, everything, and it was the craziest thing. The boys were out on the side where the fire exit is. This building's huge. I go through the front. Security's looking at me. I look at security. I go and sit down by the desk near the gates where you go through. And basically, I sat there for a minute, and the security all around the building. I crawled onto my hands, went underneath the gates, ran so far straight toward the elevators, and if you look directly down, the boys were just there waving at me like next to the fire exit door. But the funny thing is that it's literally MI6. I've gone and looked over the corner of the elevator wall, and the security guard's facing my way. He didn't see me. I had to wait, and the boys had to tell me that he's gone and turned the other way. He's gone like they went, hey, he's turned. I've looked, he's looked the other way. I ran, busted the door open. They've run back to the elevators. We've got straight in, asked some random worker to tap us to the top. We went to the top, busted through the roof hatch, spent the whole entire night on top of it, slept there in hammocks. One of the maddest views ever, man.
How'd you get down the next day? What happened the next day? Like,
yeah, this is the craziest part. We got caught the next day. We've got, I don't know, undercover agents or whatnot with MP5s escorting us down. We've got the main manager ready to punch me. He's like, I'm gonna punch you in French or whatever. Going absolutely crazy. He's like, do you know what this is? It's a nuclear reactor building. Information, blah blah blah, whatever he said. And then we researched it, and we were like, fuck, we were inside of that. And I printed my arse on one of the printers, you know, the 3D scans in the office. I'm telling you, I threw it off the roof. Oh mate, I'm crazy geezer back then.
Yeah, because I grew up watching your videos and Ali and Alex and Disco Boy and all them, and the things you used to do were fucking awesome. Did you ever regret any of them? Did you regret any of them that you did? You wish you hadn't bothered with that night?
Nah, not really. Not really. It's because I think I was just surrounded by, in my mind, like people that were just trying to get somewhere, which made me feel confident in any place. So I was with a load of people that wanted to create something. So regardless of what was going to happen, we were just going to create something, and that just kind of like made me feel content.
I suppose any experience is good experience, isn't it? You learn from
it. That's how I looked at it, man.
Yeah. So if it went wrong, then you'll learn from it for next time. And if it went right, then fucking bonus.
Yeah, we just had the whole group's energy to just keep carrying on. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't a problem for us.
Good night. So do you believe in ghosts then?
Do I believe in ghosts? Nah, sorry, man. Nah, I don't really believe in that. It's not really a thing, is it? I think it's for like little pansy that just don't really understand the world. Of course,
an alien Bigfoots, but not ghosts.
No, I believe. I know they're there. I can kind of tell. I see like photography flashes sometimes.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to speak to them, I think they're angels because they're white, and they're known to be white. These angels or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to them. I'm trying to like get some information about it, and they flash me in the middle of my living room, and it's kind of dark, and it was like a photography flash. Like my eyes were drawn to it. I was like, I couldn't look away. Like it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it flashed me. I was like, do it again if you're here. And then they flashed me over there like a photography flash. It was absolutely insane. They lit up the whole room.
So when this happens, what are you doing? Are you watching TV? Are you listening to music? Are you meditating? What sort of state are you in?
Because I'm aware. Yeah, because I'm aware. I don't know what it is. Like it's like almost you're being controlled, but not in a bad way. You're like, you know, when some days you're just not there, and you're just walking.
Yeah.
You're just walking. You don't know why. Well, that's what happens at a certain area at the time in my house. I just end up walking, not realizing what's going on, and I realized that I was drawn to this place. I end up sitting down on my sofa, and then I started feeling these energies and these like words just being directed like in my head, almost impossible to ignore. And then I was replying to them, and then they flashed me, you know. And I was like, whoa, okay, this is a bit mad. New experiences, bro. But I'm definitely talking to some sort of spiritual being. Yeah, 100%.
Do you think that's come from the woods though? Do you think you took that home and that's how you made your connection?
Yeah, they definitely is from the woods. Something's like followed me back. Oh, I just saw a flash there. There we go. They know I'm talking about them. That's crazy, man. I'm telling you. I got goosebumps. Jeez! They just shot off. It went like that. It went, jeez. But yeah, they know I'm talking about them. I think they like that to know that they like, oh, I'm being told a message. They want me to spread the message that they're there. That's what I'm getting. That's what they want to know, I guess. Makes me seem crazy, but I literally couldn't give a fuck no more. Like, I just don't care.
So when you say you see them at night time, are they in human form? Do they look?
No, that's what the demonic things try and do. They're not strong, these demonic things, but they will project themselves as this thing, mythological creature, or like a black scary face. I don't know, whatever. Last time I had a red face with eyes spinning around like in like an exorcist way, tried to scare the shit out of me. But I'm just not fazed by it. No, yeah, it's weird, man. I'm not fazed by it no more. I'm just like, I call God's name and then
that seems to help. Yeah. It sounds like there's some sort of portal in the woods where you are going.
Could be in my house, man.
Or
I had a medium lady come over and say there was a portal somewhere.
Okay.
In my house.
Yeah.
So could be that, man.
How accurate was she with what she was saying?
It was kind of funny. She pointed in the area where I was like, one time me and my mum were just chilling and I walked past a certain area in the house and I'm like, what was that? I went back, sat in it, and I could feel like the vibrational energy going around my arms and like the shakes. Like I'm not shaking, but the outer side of me is. You know what I mean? I could just feel the energy. And then, she pointed out that area and I was like, well, that's where I felt it. So, it's crazy. No, it's crazy, bro.
It could be a portal then.
Yeah, I need it closed.
Yeah. You need to get someone to come and cleanse your house, man.
Yeah, I actually do, because they're waking me up at 3 a.m. every night.
Just because it's fucking with my sleep. That's it. I'm going to get them to come. They cannot fucking sleep being disturbed.
Fuck my sleep, mate. Yeah. Oh, my days.
Not the fact they're demons, it's just the fact I want to fucking sleep, yeah?
I ain't fucking scared of none of these motherfuckers, man. I don't give a shit. I don't care. When you know you're stronger in it, it's calm. Like, whatever. Brush it off.
Yeah, because if they knew that you were scared and frightened of all this sort of stuff, it probably would get a lot worse for you.
Yeah, a lot worse. They would really, they'd be having fun, mate. Just think about a kid with a toy box. It's quite similar. Like, perspective, man. Gets you. It just shows you like all you need is perspective to get over anything. That's all you need, bro. And if you can't find it, what I find, is for people that are watching, is if you can't find any inspiration, you've got this low energy feeling, you're just absolutely done. You're done with your dream, your goal, and you're feeling that way. Go and watch someone that you like, or go and watch or listen to a song that revitalizes your soul, man. That is so important. I'm telling you. I've only recently learned that as well.
Yeah, I was about to say that because obviously on your videos, you used to, when you're climbing on top of buildings and running from police and all that shit, you always have your white earphones in. And I think, fucking hell, he's going to trip over them. Are you actually listening to anything while you're doing that? Or is there particular music you listen to while you do this?
See, that's the thing. I've got a documentary coming out, a really, really big one. And it kind of explains this. It's like I put this music in because it gives me this confidence, this feeling here that just keeps me going. Like I feel like a warrior on top of these buildings and whatnot. And it just helps me like get through this like disgusting feeling like, I shouldn't probably do this. I don't feel like doing this today. I whack them in and I'm just like, all right.
Beast mode.
Beast fucking mode, man. Just like you in the gym, bro. Like,
I
don't know what it is.
Like
music's powerful, you know?
Yeah.
It does.
So strong. So strong.
Definitely help with what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So what can you tell us about this documentary then? Are you allowed to say anything? When's it coming out? When can we see it?
I can say a little bit. Yeah, definitely. Well, it's basically 3 years. Put like 3 years of continuous filming, multiple countries and also in London. Of just basically how you said, you've seen my progress. I was like this, had this mentality, and then I've literally gone, bam, I'm now this person. Well, imagine that into 3 years compressed into like an hour 40 documentary of me being this crazy train jumping guy to like now kind of maturing, leaving his past life, leave the relationships I've had to leave behind, and just slowly go on his own. And basically, I've got a lot of that in there of just my 3 years of my life. So basically what you guys have been seeing on the internet, but more detail.
Shit, man, that'd be good.
Real deep.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be crazy, bro. I think it's gonna be crazy. Absolutely.
So when is this coming out?
We don't have a base plan right now. We're trying to hit up
Okay.
big film companies in London and
Oh, okay.
Scotland and
Yeah.
Wales. So yeah,
Find
we're
a
just
distributor. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think we've got distributors. I don't know what the other thing is called to actually finalize things, like a
Oh,
funding or
okay.
something. But yeah,
Yeah.
should be
Oh
good.
wow. I'm definitely gonna
Well,
watch
yeah,
that.
if you premiere it, let us know, man. We're definitely up
Oh
for it.
yeah, I'm getting you boys straight down there, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Get you straight
Red
down
carpet.
there. Yeah.
If you could say something that's been your best moment of your life so far, what is it?
Cool, that's a big one. Best moment of my life.
It could be something really small or simple, like getting your dog. You know,
Yeah.
'cause I know you love your dog. Is awesome, man. What is it? Is it
Nah,
husky?
yeah, it's husky, Siberian, like it's Siberian husky. So it's like bred with a wolf as well.
Yeah, it's brown, isn't it? It's very rare.
It's yeah, red hair,
Yeah.
white, maddest dog. Nah, the best thing of my life, I don't know, it's like stepping into my true power, I guess. Like the best moment of my life is realizing that like I have this power and I can use it instead of feeling
So,
like it's a drag all the time and stuff.
so would that be your recent change, your recent growth?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like realizing I didn't need anyone and I've actually got this power and I can work on it by myself and not relying on anyone. So like stepping into your power, basically, that's what it means. That's really like the best moment of my life, realizing I can actually do that.
So that's quite important to actually realize that you don't need people. People need you.
Yeah, quite literally, mate.
I think that's
It's been like that. It's been like that, bro. You know? A lot of people just, be struggling or they see a post. And this is one of the reasons, like, biggest reasons I do it. They see like a comment I say or something I say on Instagram, a little, I don't know, 15-second video of just explaining my life and the trickeries in our life. And I've had people say, like, even my own friends, I needed to hear that today. Or they'll ask me questions about it that help them,
yeah.
No,
And it's
that's
like, wow,
what-
that's come from me. I weren't reading a book recently. Like I was, come from my soul, come from me. I realized I can do it, Realize your power.
yeah, the best motivation comes from yourself. It's just the realization that takes over.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Once you lens perspective on who you truly are, as in, you're a piece of shit and you've got to change. That's it. Be honest with yourself and say, look, I've got to make these steps, and that's it.
That's it. You got that's taking it like a man in some way.
Mm.
I hope there's no girls watching. Oh my gosh. I'm fucking
No, men only.
The Yorkie bar, men only. Oh god, that had to change, didn't it? Oh god. That's
Yeah, they
funny.
couldn't last forever. Not for girls.
That's
Fucking
good,
hell,
man.
imagine that guy down mad today.
Oh
The
man.
things they got away with.
Yeah. Talking about women, actually, it's mad how they're being put on a pedestal, and now this feminism thing is like putting them above the pedestal. Now they're on a throne or something. You know what I mean? This is why girls like walk around thinking they're the top shit. They walk around like 10 out of 10. They're overly confident, which throws away the man, completely puts them off.
Yeah.
The
Sort of stuff.
the girls'
Pisses me off.
confidence are too over. They think like they're on top right now. That's the maddest thing, and this is what the false identity of society is doing.
I think everybody needs to be humbled at some point. Bring yourself down, ground yourself.
Big time.
Definitely. Yeah. So, would you ever go back to the crazy lifestyle? Or is that it now? Is it finished?
Yeah, I'm done with that, my son.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
finished
good
with
while
that.
it lasted.
Yeah, it was really good. It was fun. Good experience. I can put it on a t-shirt and say I did it. That's enough for me. That's appreciating what I've done and I've had, and then moving on.
So
That's life, though, isn't it? You've got to move on from what you've done. You can't go back.
And I've seen people struggle with it as well. Some of my old friends, they still can't get over it. But you know what the funny thing is? Oh, I've just had something here. I was in a team called Brewman. You know what I'm saying? I was in a team called Brewman, parkour team.
Right.
It was going brilliant. We were like the second best in the UK. Absolutely going fantastic. That broke away, and I was told move on. Wasn't too hard for me.
Just stopped.
Yeah, People were like messing about. This happened, blah blah blah. We had to break away. Happened. I moved on. I was like, yo, I'm good. Give me the power to move on. That's it. I believe in that. But then I saw a couple of people like struggle, couldn't let go of it, kept trying, pulling the last string.
Yeah.
And it was making them sad. It was making them upset. And I realized they were living in the past.
Yeah.
I was like, they're living in the past. And now I found this new group, the madness group, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Same thing happens. You move on. Now I see some people from the group hold on to the last bit of strings. Maybe I was a little bit longer. And they weren't moving on. It was making them sad and upset. Oh, I can't see these people. They're doing other things now. I feel alone, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You move on and you get back down to who you are. These are like all tests in my eyes. Tests of who you really are, because they bring out parts of you. These things.
They're memories that you should think good about, but then, like you say, sometimes it doesn't last forever.
Like I said, good memories can turn sour. Folks, good memories can turn sour. They can. If you allow them, they will.
Have you ever broken a bone while doing parkour? Fucked your ankle?
Oh yeah, the ankle definitely.
Falling off walls, fell down steps.
I was in a good long run, man. I was a good long run. I was going for a while. 4 years down the line, no broken bones. Off a little bit the old alcohol. I flip over this like long gap in a curb or something.
Yeah.
Flip over it. I land one foot on it and the other foot off. So that my other foot went down into the hole. And my other foot took all the heat and it snapped my ankle straight off. Disgusting.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was bad.
Was there bone coming through?
no, not really. Like the ankle
swells
up like quick time.
Yeah, really fat, goes black. Yeah.
I carried on partying that night because I didn't think it was broken.
Okay, no. It'll be fine in the morning. Nuts. Don't worry about it.
Not good. Alcohol, ladies and gentlemen.
Boys, it's that time. So, Ricky, man, thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Yeah, man,
fucking awesome.
It's been an awesome show, man. And it's nice to speak to somebody that's got a different perspective. And like you said, sometimes it's got to be raw. Sometimes it's got to be a little bit real. And I appreciate somebody coming on and actually having a bit of a voice. No matter who your platform is or how big you are in the social media world, like sometimes you've got to hear a real voice, and it's nice to hear that. So,
yeah, man.
Appreciate you coming on, man.
Nah, appreciate it, boys. Thanks for having me on.
Don't be a sheep.
Don't be a sheep, mate. Carry on doing your thing.
Yeah.
Bah.
Anyway, cheers, Ricky. Nice one, man.
Take it easy, boys.
And we'll see everybody next week. See you in a bit. See you later.